everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to answer a perfect 10-mark question, Families and Households, Sociology AQA A-Level. This is a perfect example that I did, and you can see here, I got 10 out of 10 from my teacher. Okay, so let's get right into it. So in question 5, the item states, in the UK there's been an increase in divorce since the 1960s. There are also more same-sex couples than in the past. Family diversity in the UK has been influenced by government policies. Applying from item A, analyse 2 ways in which family diversity in the UK has been influenced by government policies. In the item, there are clear points that you need to highlight in order to answer the question. The question clearly states, analyse 2 ways. So, in the item, we can see that there's an increase in divorce, same-sex couples, and government policies. In my answer here, I have decided to do increase in divorce and same-sex couples. From my example, I always lay out how I'm going to structure it. So you can see right here in the corner, I put PERLC, PERLC. Or another way, it stands for point, evidence, reference, link, and criticism. Okay, so let's get started. So for my point here, I did 1 way family diversity in the UK has been influenced by the government policies. Just that bit there, you can see that clearly answers the question. Always, always, always refer back to the question. That is what the examiners want to see in your first point. So, as I said that, then you say increase in divorce, because I have chosen to do increase in divorce and same-sex couples. So the increase in divorce links to my point. Then always refer back to item C. That's what the examiners want to see. If you don't refer back to the item, you don't get points, you don't get marks. You lose marks. Then for the evidence, I usually always say similarly. I just do that. So similarly, since the 1960s, let me zoom in a bit. There we go. Similarly, since the 1960s, divorce has increased by 6 times, and this could be due to many factors. I've done a brief introduction on how I'm going to answer it by using similarly, and since the 1960s, and divorce has increased by 6 times. This has been knowledge that I've been taught from school. Obviously, use your own knowledge as well. As you see here, I have messed up there and I changed it. So, and this could be due to many factors. So, for instance, change in law, such as the Divorce Reform Act in 1969, and women's financial independence. So, as you see, I've kind of zoomed in what I'm going to say. So, by my evidence, I've briefly explained it has increased 6 times, and I've said how. So, changes in the law and women's financial independence. Next is the reference. The reference needs to be a bit longer, so that's why I always start with moreover. Moreover, divorce over time has gradually become easier with changes in the law, women allowing to divorce men and equalising the grounds for divorce between the sexes. As women are allowed to divorce men, it can be due to many factors, such as domestic violence, where women are reported to be a statistic of 7.3 of being a victim in the previous year, where men are only 5%, as domestic violence may be seen as common, with the freedom of women departing can be increasing, resulting in more divorces. Continually, when the grounds were equalised for men and women in 1923, this was then followed by a sharp rise in the number of divorce petitions from women. Moreover, in the inevitable breakdown, 1971 made divorce easier to obtain, resulting in doubling of the divorce rate overnight. This is knowledge that you should be learning anyway in lessons and books, and even your own knowledge. Examiners like to see you apply your own knowledge as well. So for example, how I've said it has women are allowed to divorce men, I've used an example as well. So whenever you use a point, you have to use an example as well. When it gets to the link, always summarise it with therefore. So I did therefore, family diversity has been influenced by government policies due to the decline in the conventional family. I said conventional family. Conventional family is the nuclear family, and I said that because of what I said here. Allowing individuals, women in particular, to become independent and maintain control of their lives. So a link can be very, very short. What examiners are looking for is the reference. They want that to be longer, as that's what gets you the main points. However, is my criticism. This is what will get you 10 out of 10. Functionalist sociologists would criticise this act in their lives. No. However, functionalist sociologists would criticise this act, such as Parsons, since he sees the nuclear family as the ideal family structure as it performs the correct functions in socialisation that later is needed to be used in wider society. So this is just one paragraph that I did. Obviously, we need to do two because it's a 10 marker and the question says analyse 2 ways in which family diversity in the UK has been influenced by government policies. Another way in which family diversity in the UK has been influenced by government policies would be the increase of same-sex couples. So you see what I did there? I did the exact same structure as before. So one way in which family diversity in the UK has been influenced by government policies would be the increase of divorce. Another way family diversity in the UK has been influenced by government policies would be the increase in same-sex couples. That is my point. And I said, as once again stated in item C, that's the point finished. That's all you need to do for the point. Now is my evidence. So again, similarly, sociologist Stonewall examines how 5 to 7% of the adult population today have same-sex relationships. So this is again your application, still in the evidence, because I haven't said moreover yet, so this is still my evidence. This can relate to how in a post-modern society, social acceptance of same-sex relationships that were once criminalised are now being treated more equally due to liberal social policy amendments. Again, like I said, same-sex relationships, and I've also backed it up by saying liberal social policy amendments. So when I mention my evidence, always back it up, even if it is more evidence, if that makes sense. So it's double evidence. Now is my reference, because I said moreover. Moreover, in 2004, the Civil Partnership Act gave same-sex couples similar legal rights to married couples, such as pensions and inheritance. Leading on to 2014, same-sex couples were even able to get married. Government policies have affected family diversity in the UK by postmodernists see modern society as not fixed, and couples, homosexuals in particular, have some choice in creating family. I've kind of answered the question by saying it's affected family diversity, but again, I will do it later on because that's what will get me the extra marks. They examine how we should focus on the meanings members give to our relationships rather than the functions. Furthermore, with relationships, with the idea of friendship as kin, where friendships become a type of kinship network, stating that there were chosen families and offered the same security and stability as heterosexual families. That is my reference done. Again, this will be your own application, but kind of you understand now the structure I've used. I repeat the same starters, so I always say firstly or secondly or another way. I say similarly, moreover, therefore, however. Those are the only ones that I used for my A-levels, and I still got an A, so it doesn't matter if you repeat yourself. Therefore, family diversity has been influenced by government policies due to homosexual couples. See, this is where I linked it. You always have to link. The link and the criticism, I would say, are vital into getting 10 out of 10 marks. Therefore, family diversity has been influenced by government policies due to homosexual couples allowing to create family without needing another sex involved, as well as legislations becoming more normalised, increasing all different types of families. So that is my link done. However, some countries, such as the Middle East, still don't convey these new laws due to religion, suggesting that LGBTQ+ relationships are dominantly westernized. So this here was actually my own application, as I knew about the Middle East. And that is still allowed. You don't have to use what you've been taught in class or from the books. Using your own knowledge and application is still valid in answering a sociology exam question. That's something I didn't know for a long time until I was told that very late, but luckily it was just in time. So I hope this video helped for you guys to understand how to answer a quick 10-mark question. Make sure you do it under exam conditions to practice. You should be spending 15 minutes on a 10-mark question, otherwise you will be short for time. If you need any questions, please let me know. And that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!